Okay, up guys, so welcome back to the channel. So, if you remember that I made the last video, I think 2 weeks ago. So, in that, I told you what we're gonna discuss in this video. So, I told you that we're gonna discuss about some nutrients and some, various things related to it. So, as you can see here from the name, which is this. So, components of food basically mean the ingredients, the nutrients, whatever are those of the food item or of the entire food. So, I'm gonna be highlighting rather the main points which need to be noted from this chapter as well. So in the comment section, you guys might not ask that. You may ask that why am I highlighting? So I'm just gonna tell you the reason right now that I'm highlighting so that it will be clear that these points are something to remember. I mean, all I remember, but at least focus on these more. Okay. So in chapter one, we made the list of food items that we eat. So guys, in the comment section down below, give this answer. Like, we made some lists. So what are the food items which come from which place of India? So you can make, for instance, you put Andhra Pradesh and which food is from there, and then from Assam, from which food is from there, then Madhya Pradesh, then from the south, north, according to you, you can make that. Now, a meal should consist of chapati, dal, brains curry, another maybe rice, sambar, or a vegetable preparation. So your meal should not be simultaneous. It should be simultaneous, not the one thing. It should be different things. Yep. So let's like I can't eat dal rice continuously. I need to change to idli sambar, then roti sabji, then sambar bada. So yeah, that only. Now we and our food also needs variety as well. So all meals usually have one item made up of grain. Others could be made up of vegetables, or we can have dal or dish of meat, or if you're veg you may have mostly have vegetable dal. If you're non-veg you can have meat, or if you are omnivores you can have both three of these. We can also have curd, buttermilk, and pickles. Now, if you know that we sometimes do not have varieties of food, you should know that at some point you have experienced that. If you went to traveling or you went just for occasionally a trip somewhere, so most oftenly we eat the same food. We need to avoid eating that because I'm focusing on the a word here, variety. So we need to eat varieties of items. If you're traveling, we can eat. If we find dosa, so and for instance, we book somewhere and then we go there, that's the nearest restaurant. So we'll try to go there at night or in the afternoon if you're not traveling or at the same place. But we should avoid that. Try going to different. If they're far or in exceptional cases, then only you should. But at least try to eat different things. Try different things. So it'll know, okay, this taste is this, so I can eat this or I can't eat this. It's for some reason. So what do different food items contain? We know that each dish is made up of one or more ingredients, which we get from plants or animals. So here another table is given 2.1. So it's given region state, item of grain, item of dal or meat, then the vegetables or extra. So curd and ghee is if you are using chapati most of the time, and curd is also not so much. It depends on you which one of you like to eat. And If you see on the next, ingredients contain some components of a food that are required. So these are called nutrients. And the major nutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, fat, vitamins, and minerals. So this nutrient is a essential point because you may hear nutrients many times here, and the major of those, I'm repeating once again, is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. In addition, food should also contain dietary fiber, which is known as roughage, and water, because without water, blood circulation and all those stuff cannot happen. Now, a simple question to you: do all food items contains all these nutrients? So, with a simple method, we can test this out. Whether a cooked food or a raw ingredient contains one or more ingredients. Tests of presence of carbohydrate, protein, and fats are similar to do as tests of other nutrients. So let's do these tests and record our observation in table 2.2. So table 2.2 is not something to remember, but I just highlighted it for you to know that in there is important part. Okay, for carry outing these tests, we'll need some solutions of iodine, copper sulfate, and caustic soda. We'll also need some few test tubes and dropper. Now we'll try these tests on cooked food items as well as raw. So table 2.2 will show the way to record the observations on the table. If so, do not eat these tests or chemicals. Caution here. After doing the tests, be careful and don't eat or test them. If the required solutions are not available in radio, your teacher can prepare as given in the box. Let's begin by testing different food items to see if they contain carbohydrates. Now, there are many types of carbohydrates. It's given here as you can see. The main carbohydrates that are found in our body is in almost starch and sugars. So we're gonna be so here tests. I'm not gonna go too much deep. I'm not gonna explain everything, but I'm just gonna tell what is required and what is the result. So we need a food item or a raw ingredient. We'll put some dilute iodine solution, 2 to 2 drops, and if it turns black, it means it has starch, as you can see here. Now you can repeat others and also do that. So here, as you can see, there's again raw potato first. Now test for protein. Take small quantity of food items. If you're getting a food item is solid, you need to make a paste or powder it. Grind or mash a small quantity of the food item. Then add 10 drops of water and shake it. Now after doing all the steps, you should be accurate if you're doing these. If it turns violet, it has protein. But if it does not, it means it doesn't have. But sometimes if it has so much things a little bit at like you need to add 4 5. So if you like for let me just give you a clarity. So if you're doing carbohydrates, it's easy, probably need to add 1 or 2. But if you're using this iodine one, you need to try at least doing it once again. For instance, like if you show know or have an idea it has but it doesn't, so just try to do it once again. So here's a table, so you can also try with these remaining materials and you can write them in this table. Now test for fats. So take a small quantity of the food item and wrap it in paper and crush it. Take care that the paper does not tear. After shredding, if you see an oily patch, you can see the light little bit of entry, so it has fat. Now this is actually very easy because if you're making things out of a little bit cooked in oil, they'll most of the time have an oily patch. But sometimes, without them, they also have. So that thing, put it against the paper. Now let the paper dry, or make sure you clean the fruit, or the food item that you're using is properly wiped, because water can be also used like that. And actually, if there's oil, it's most gonna be like tracing paper. You can make tracing paper with oil. So if the food item use oil, it has this. Now, what do these such are fats, protein, starch are present all? No. Now, we may go against the statement that it does not have all food items, but it every food items has one particular food. As you can see, it has more of carbohydrates like potato, but also has little bit of fats, proteins, and vitamins and minerals. The very less. So it depends on which type. So carbohydrates and a little bit of fat, mostly in potato. I mean, rather, potato has most carbohydrate, and then after that, second is I think fats, because these are both energy and protein, then vitamins and minerals. Okay, so what do various nutrients do for our body? Carbohydrates mainly give us energy, as you can see. Then fats also give us energy. In fact, fat give us so much energy compared to the same amount. One bowl of fats will give more than one bowl of carbohydrates. Proteins are required for our growth body, and they also repair us. Now here, vitamins and minerals are required in small quantities. So vitamin A is for, this is something to remember. Vitamin A is for eye. Vitamin C is for many diseases, mostly for their teeth. Vitamin D is for our body, and also calcium. Now, there are also other vitamins which are listed down. So, minerals are needed by our body in essential in amounts. Each one is very much essential here. Now, something is that you may notice that I'm skipping a little bit part, because I already told you that what are these parts. So here, for proper growth of our body and maintain good health, we need different minerals are showed in figure 2.0. So these are the minerals. Most food items are usually one or more nutrients. Here, as you can see, it's given. Now, while recording your observations, however, in a given raw